Hi everyone, Sharon here with Max Senior and another episode of On the Road. Today we're going to go to Sonoma County. First I want to take you to Luther Burbank's home in Santa Rosa, and then I want to go further north and take you to the sweet little town of Healdsburg. They have a lot of art galleries there around the town square, and it's one of my favorite places. I hope you enjoy it.
So this is the view of the home actually from the side, and these wonderful women are volunteers that are weeding the rose garden. So I'm just kind of sweeping around and letting you see as much of the house as possible. The house was closed until April, just like so many other places that I want to take you. But I thought it would be interesting for you to look around the property with me. Now that is the carriage house. Pretty fancy carriage house, actually. This is just the view of the patio, and you can take cell phone tours. That's a great thing. But listen to this.
Okay, this tree is called a paradox walnut, and it took Luther Burbank 7 years to create this, and it's a cross between a Persian walnut and a California black walnut, and it was created for its rapid growth. And then this tree next to it was created from a cutting from the tip of one of its branches. Okay, this is Luther Burbank's spineless cactus that he developed as a cattle feeder. Let me see what that sign says. So see how smooth this is? But the sign says that they have started growing back little tiny hairs that are painful to touch. So they ask you not to touch these, but boy, I think that's amazing what he did with this spineless cactus. And I don't feel anything. It's just smooth. Amazing. That's a pretty big rhubarb plant. And this is rainbow Swiss chard. There's a lot of different vegetables here. Artichokes and different kinds of lettuce and culinary sage.
I was really jealous of all their wonderful vegetables that they already had growing. I think that's, I'm not sure what that is, but I think it's lettuce. And this is one of my favorite things. I love looking at old photographs like this. So let me go up closer and show you some of the things that they have on this wall. So this kind of tells about his life and all about the site and when he bought it and that kind of stuff. Yeah, his wife lived there until 1977. Is that what that said? It is what that said.
And this says that he bought 18 acres in Sebastopol to start his experimental farm. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. So up here, it says in 1881 that he produced 20,000 prune trees in 1 year and is cited as the plant wizard. And then in 1884, he buys 4 acres of Santa Rosa property, including the existing house and carriage house. And then in 1989, he designed and built the greenhouse that I'm going to be showing you. And actually, You know, the 1904 earthquake was centered here in Santa Rosa, and his house collapsed down into the basement and had to be raised up, but not one pane in the glass was broken. Here is a picture of him on his wedding day. He married Elizabeth Waters. Gosh, he was quite older, I guess.
Quite a bit older, actually, because he started that garden in 1877 and she died in 1977.
And this says, he sleeps at last in the garden where he worked, beneath the tree he planted and that he loved. For he himself said once, I should like to feel that my strength is going into the strength of a tree. He died on April 11th, 1926. And this was a Cedars of Lebanon tree that was his grave marker, but they had to remove it in 1989 because of root disease. And then here it says, a quote from him, do I ignore what is generally called the spiritual nature of man? No, it is the corona of the flower of life, the fruit of which is altruism, the desire to help ourselves and others to higher and better thoughts and actions. In other words, to a more perfect state of harmony with environment. And he wrote that 1 month before he died. Okay, and here's all the things that he created. The Santa Rosa plum, the hybrid cannas, Burbank potato, Santa Rosa dahlia, Goldridge apple, hybrid sunflowers, the spineless cactus, the sugar prune. I like that. I shall be content if because of me there shall be better fruits and fairer flowers. The hybrid Watsonias, never heard of those. The lemon giant calla, black giant cherry, Santa Rosa Shirley poppies, Burbank crimson California poppy, the Vane D-Main quince, and the plumcot. I guess that was a cross between a plum and an apricot. Hybrid gladiolas, phenomenal berry. The Shasta daisy, I've heard, was what he was most proud of. Tower of Gold, Canapofia, I don't even know what that is. The Burbank Admiral P, rainbow corn, crimson winter rhubarb, hybrid strawberries, Burbank cherries, white blackberries. Oh my goodness, have you ever heard of white blackberries? Burbank giant hybrid amaryllis, hybrid larkspur, hybrid verbinia, Santa Rosa artichoke, Santa Rosa soft-shelled walnuts, and then there's another picture of that paradox walnut tree and the royal walnut. Elizabeth Burbank moves into existing house, her home for the next half century. And the existing seed house extension is added to carriage house. So this is what it looked like from 1935 to 1955. The Santa Rosa Junior College manages the Santa Rosa Garden until ownership is transferred to the city of Santa Rosa. So it's a state historic landmark. The status is awarded to the Santa Rosa site in 1935. And in 1960, redesigned garden property is dedicated as a memorial to Luther Burbank.
The grounds around the house is really pretty. Everything is very well maintained. And like you saw those visitors, or those volunteers at the beginning weeding the rose garden. I think they have a lot of people that are interested in keeping this as beautiful as possible. I really wanted to get inside the house though, and inside that carriage house. So we'll see in April if they'll let me go where I want to go and film what I want to film. And that's the little seed house that they added to the carriage house. I can't remember when they said they did that, but isn't that a cute little thing? I want a seed house like that.
This is Juliana Park across the street. Very sweet town. I love Santa Rosa.
So this is one view of his greenhouse, and I can't remember if I said earlier that not one pane of glass was broken in that greenhouse during the 1906 earthquake, which was centered in Santa Rosa and very much damaged the main house.
This is not open today. Gonna have to wait until April, but isn't that interesting? They have netting, sort of mesh that is rolled up that they can bring down, I guess, during really hot days. And this is a side door to the house. And then the carriage house and a little patio in between the house, the carriage house, and the greenhouse. Oh, look at his mailbox. That is very cool. A little front porch. And I'm back around to the front. So, oh, you can just take a little peek in the window here. Oh, whoops, let me get out of the way there. Oh, that'll be interesting to go in and see all that glass. Oh, I very much like the sound of this. Cream Dement Dwarf Mock Orange. Wow. I have pittosporums in my front yard, but they don't look like this, and I bet they don't smell like cream de menthe either. Look at this cute little back door, and that's probably, I don't know, a little storage area for brooms and such. Oh, it has a cute little. Oh, I don't know what that is. We'll just have to see when we get to go in when we come back.
And this is standing in one corner of the property, just sort of doing a panoramic sweep around the property. There's that big walnut tree, the carriage house, and the main house, and then the rose garden. The volunteers are all gone. I guess they got all those weeds. So here we are in Healdsburg at one of the art galleries. And this place has big art. And I don't actually know a lot about art myself. I just know what I like and what I don't like.
Happy little pigs, aren't they?
Oh, and I thought this big book was interesting because actually the largest book in the world is in Hungary, and I just want to divert here and show that to you. Now that is a big book. They had to take the roof off to get that book in that building. So back to the art gallery. I thought these were pretty cool. But I want to show you some art from my friend Sid that is not in an art gallery. Now you'll remember that Sid is the person who made my little fairy godmother's wings flap and then have her fly away. But basically Sid works with metal. He works with everything, but oh my God, this is Dave, the velociraptor, and my husband and I are especially fond of Dave. He's just wonderful. And as you can see, Sid's art is everywhere on their property. Now, this is a piece of his work that I have hanging on my wall. These 3 pieces are mine. This one is hanging outside. I love his work. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed going with me to Sonoma County and will come with me on my next venture. Bye bye.